Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, you guys.
Morning.
Welcome to From Startup to Takeover podcast. All right. So, how you doing today, Kim?
I'm good. I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. Same here. Same here.
Did you see anything growing different? Did you find anything growing today in your garden?
Well, no, just my zucchini's getting bigger. My watermelons are getting bigger, but the new stuff that I planted out there, they haven't popped through just yet. They got about one has, I think maybe another week, and then I think maybe a few more days for the bell peppers that I put down about a week ago. So yeah.
So how many things do you have growing?
How many what now?
How many vegetables do you have growing? How many plants?
Child. How many? Ooh.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never
different
even
ones.
counted them. I never counted them. I
Oh,
got so let's say I have sweet potatoes, okra, bell pepper, jalapeno peppers, summer squash, zucchini, um, watermelon, raspberry tree, blueberry tree, grape tree, um, Idaho potatoes. I have green beans. I have cucumbers. I have bok choy, corn, tomatoes, oregano, um, spearmint. What's my favorite? Basil, cilantro. Did I say jalapeno peppers? Yep, and banana sweet pepper, sweet banana peppers, and that may be it.
that's like 21 items.
And I was like, I never counted them.
Wow.
I was like,
You could
let me
open
count.
your own you could open your own little farmer's market.
Yep, absolutely. You know what? Eventually, I'm going to do that right from my
Yeah,
garden. Yeah, because
yeah.
definitely with it being seasonal, the things are seasonal that you grow.
Mhm.
Um, that makes it perfect because I can use more than one bed or a whole bed to grow a bunch of vegetables. Right. So yeah, and guess what? All my beds aren't even filled with all that stuff that I just listed. So
They're not?
no, I
So it's
have
pretty big.
three. Yeah, I have like three beds still open. But I'm just gonna get the soil prepared for those for when I start direct sowing my seeds for the fall
So
vegetables. So
I see a lot of people on the side of the road in the summertime selling, fruit and vegetables. Do you plant in the winter? Do they sell in the winter? Do you is it
so it
just in the
depends on
summer?
where you are. So normally that will be when it starts to warm up. Up here in Maryland, they wait until summertime. Um, but no, not you can still grow stuff in the winter like cabbages, collard greens. Those are cold weather crops, and because where we are seated, it doesn't get too cold, right? To where it would still survive during the winter months. So it just depends on your location. Every state, or I shouldn't say state. Well, yeah, go by a zone, right? So you have to plant according to that zone. Like down south, there are stuff they can just grow year round. We can't,
Yeah.
right? So that's what it's
Mm.
contingent upon. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So it's exciting. So what did you do
It
today?
is. I didn't do too much. I looked all day for a movie, but I couldn't find a movie because everything seems to be the same that I've seen over and over and over and over again.
Hmm. Do you like any of the Tyler Perry stuff?
I do. I
You know, there's
watched
a new
it.
show out.
I watched that when it came out on Friday. Did it come out Friday?
The new
The
show
Destination
didn't come out
Wedding.
Friday. You talking about the last episode for
What,
Divorced
what, which,
Sisters? Is that what you're talking about?
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I saw the last one that came out. I never knew what day the episodes come out. I always catch it on the weekend, so I'm not even sure
oh,
what day.
what are you talking about? Divorced Sisters?
Yep. Mhm.
I watch, it's this app called Mood Play,
Mhm. Mhm.
Moodplay, and I when that first came out, I got it off that app, and I watched the entire series on that app.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So you
so
like
they
it?
have, yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Like it wasn't anything different from what I see or hear. Besides at the end, you have seen the entire thing, right?
No, I just got up to the
Okay,
last
okay,
episode
well,
that they currently have out right now.
okay, yeah.
I think it was episode 6. So I don't even know how many episodes are in the season. Um, but
I
it
mean,
definitely don't. Hmm?
Tyler Perry, he makes some great movies. Like, have you watched Beauty in Black?
Yeah. I watched that.
Yeah, and now that is like suspense too. Now I almost was like, I can't watch this either, but I got through it. I watched. It's actually good, and I'm waiting on the other part. Even though it was
I
hard for
don't
me
think
to
it
watch.
comes out. What I saw, I think it said September. I was like, "Oh my
September, yeah,
gosh,
September
why?"
11th.
That's
Yeah,
the only thing I hate about shows when they do that. It can turn me off from wanting to watch the new season when it come out. It's just too long of a break in between. Um,
yeah.
because there was one my kids got me into. It was on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it, but oh my gosh, I was so caught up in it. Girl, it took forever for it to come back out. I was like, I don't got time. And they was like, just go back to the last episode and the last season. I said, no, nope. Mm-mm. So I don't like those long, long breaks.
Yeah, because the breaks are too long, like
Yeah.
3 months, 6 months.
Yes, 6 months sometimes. Yeah, extremely
Yeah,
long.
and
Mm-hmm.
you forget you now you don't even care. Like wow. So
Mm-hmm. So you're definitely not gonna want to watch, babe. What's that show? Something with Bumpy Johnson. Godfather of Harlem, baby. Now look, I've
no,
never wanted
ma'am.
a gangster in my life, so it ain't that. The show is just really good. Like if I was to know a gangster in real life, I wouldn't. I'm on the podcast. I wouldn't care to even have a conversation with them because I'm just like no. But I don't know when it comes to the TV show. I really
But
enjoy
how?
it. Like I told you, there's one
So
now called Mom Something. He got me watching. I like
so
it, but
you say if you met a gangster in person, you wouldn't talk to him. How would you know if they were a gangster?
well,
Uh,
a lot of them tell you. What are you talking about, girl? My husband over here
oh,
cracking up a lie to my some. She married the one. Boy, stop playing. But like,
okay,
I know, right?
gangster,
No,
gang,
because
gang,
so
yeah,
I've when I say that, so I guys have approached me, and and I'm a little suspicious, and I ask questions, and they'll tell you what they do, and if you do what I'm not agreeing to, yeah, I'm not dating you. So that's what do you mean? They would have to
so
lie, then that's not on me. Yeah, but I'm not gonna
guys,
choose to. Hmm?
yeah, I'm saying so they just come out and say when if they talking to you, I'm a gangster, boo.
They don't
That's
say
what they tell you.
gangster. They'll tell you their lifestyle. Cause see, a lot of people are proud of their lifestyle, whether or not you agree with it or
Mhm.
not. So they
Yeah,
are vocal on that. So yeah, then I'm like, no, I'm good.
yeah, a lot of people
So
are proud of that.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So yeah, some
and then
guys do.
sometimes if you don't accept it, they get angry with you.
Well, thank God I hadn't ran into that. So, but
Yeah,
I hear that exists,
yes,
right?
yes,
That we have
yes.
to be careful in our rejection. Um,
Mhm.
but I do think some of us can be nasty, and we have to be careful, well, mindful that mm, some people crazy, right? Because you can let someone down easy, um, and you still have a chance of them talking crazy to you, right?
Yeah, right.
But definitely imagine if you try to be embarrassing or insulting to the person. Um, but yeah, so no, I'm not really interested in that type of lifestyle in real life. Never have been. But those movies, I don't know. It's just I watch them.
You're attracted to those type movies
Yep.
because you're a little
But
gangster.
but
That's
I
why
like
your
all
husband
kind of
say
movies. Hmm?
you're a little gangster, Latrice. You're a little gangster. You don't even know
Girl,
it, but
stop
you're a little
playing.
gangster.
No,
That's why your
ma'am.
husband's a real
Mm,
gangster.
Child.
Gangsters
Yeah.
attract gangsters.
No, honey. He may if he want, then he need to go on about his business because I don't want one at
Uh-uh.
all. I don't want that lifestyle. There's nothing appealing to it. Mm-mm, not in real life. I watch it
I'm
on
a
TV. Cause here's the
I'm a
thing though, I love
gangster.
entertainment, so I watch all type of movies, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Genres, I'm into that type of thing. But I just noticed that in real life, I wouldn't want to have any type of association, to be honest, even with an individual that's like that. Like, I don't even want to be your friend,
yeah.
right?
That's right. Right.
Yeah.
That's
So no, but I do enjoy that kind of crazy stuff. Just like how you was just saying earlier, you don't even watch scary movies. Girl, I will watch a
not.
scary movie, right? But I don't want to know no murderer. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
Uh-uh.
all. I'm
Okay,
about girl. Now, normally my husband let me be when I'm doing my podcast. You know, he be in the other room doing his thing. Now he over here in the
it's a
midst
family
a little
thing,
bit,
so
girl, and trying to act like
he's enjoying
girl,
you. It's a family
girl.
thing. See, there's some
He,
positive
no,
in this podcast. Look,
he don't need to join tonight. He look, he up
no,
here to
I'm
my
saying
you got one. You got one,
he
girl.
got one, a little gangster. Because you a little gangster. I'm a gangster for Jesus, so I'm gonna say you a gangster for Jesus because
I
you
ain't
a
even
little
no
gangster.
gangster. Let me pull up the word. Let me pull up the term first.
Pull it up. Pull it
Girl,
up.
I can pull up no
Pull
term for no
gangster up.
gangster. I am not. No. Mm-mm. Look, now he gonna. I talked
Gangster,
about him. He gonna dip out and went
gangster.
outside. I
Gangster
didn't
could
mean
be
to run him away.
totally
Girl,
some
girl,
different.
wait a minute. He gonna jumped on my bike.
No,
Just saying.
tell her,
Cause
you're a gangster. She a little gangster.
child, whatever. Mm-mm. I don't want
That
none of that
family
in
thing,
real
I
life.
love
You
it.
know, I want a peaceful life. I want my kids happy. I don't want my kids. You know, that stuff come with a lot. I don't even. You know what? While we talking about that, I don't understand how people can even get involved with someone who could put your livelihood in danger. So yeah, but I like the TV stuff, but not real life.
Yeah,
No,
but
ma'am. I don't want.
you
Look,
remember.
I don't want any parts of that.
Yeah, but you remember you say that you had women in your family that did what men did. So
What do you mean?
that's how they attract. It's like it's supposed to be opposite attract, but it seemed like the same attract.
You said I had
The
women in my family that did like men did. What do you mean?
when we first talked, you was like, "No, no, don't put it all on the men," because I had women to do
Oh
such and
no, I
such.
was that was only about a particular subject, right? That was about leaving their home, walking away from being a mother. And I was just saying that
Okay,
it's not just men. And you and I even talked about that afterwards, and we realized it was more women than we had imagined. So it was actually
yep,
more women that walked
yep.
away
After
than
we
men.
counted it up, yep.
But with this, no, I don't have any cousins that's gangster, honey. Not females. Look, wait a
Well,
minute.
you don't know. But you
Look
could
here, that's
be
what I'm about
gangster.
to say. That I know
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
That I know of. Because they
What's the
already know. We
definition?
better not tell the tricks, honey. Hmm?
Did you look up the definition of gangster?
No, I told you I wasn't about to look that up. Mm-mm. I
It
don't
could
know. I
be a
just didn't
good
feel like
gangster.
it. I ain't no
It could be a
gangster
good
girl.
gangster.
You could be a good gangster.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, y'all help her out in the comments. Can somebody be a good gangster?
You can be
Girl,
a
stop
good
playing.
gangster.
No, you
So
can't.
you don't think you'll be a good gangster?
No, ma'am. I think gangster is tied to negativity. But let me see. It could just be my personal opinion, right? So let me remove my personal and see
Hmm.
what does gangster mean.
What does it mean? Could it be good
Girl,
or
a member of an inner city street gang. So again, I am not ganging for Jesus. No, I am not.
that is not what it says? Is that what it says?
Yes, and then it says, so that is what does gangster mean? Then it says, what is being a gangster? A gangster, informally gangsta, is a criminal who is a member of a gang. Most gangs are considered to be part of an organized crime. Gangsters are
Mm.
also called mobsters. A term derived
Yeah.
from mob. So, baby, no, ma'am, I'm not a gangster
No,
for
ma'am.
Jesus. Mm.
Yeah, we're not gangster. We're not
Look,
gangster for you.
look, how many times have I told you words matter?
We're soldiers, but not gangsters, because that's two totally different things.
Because I am not claiming that mess. But
Well,
yeah,
tell your husband to stop claiming gangster, because no
girl,
gangster. He's no gangster.
child, he'll look at you like, yeah, okay. He gonna try. He think he a little gangster. He ain't no gangster.
Yeah.
He ain't no gangster. But yeah, because we wouldn't have been
But
together.
you guys spend a lot of time together. You guys spend a lot of time together, like during the day.
No, because he works from home, so most of the time he's working. So the thing is, we are at home together all day.
Mhm,
So
mhm. But that's different.
right. So that's when you said spend
So
time. No, are we in the house together all the time? Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's what I'm saying, yeah, mhm.
but
So
because you're in the house all the time, I think you still need some time to yourself, right? Because he's working, so it's not like he's really just relaxing. He's working.
right, right, so
So
he
no,
will
we
have
still have some time where he do his thing, in his there's a back room upstairs and then he also has a man cave downstairs, but my oldest in the man cave right now. So he has where he can watch TV, in the one of the guest rooms that's upstairs, and I'm mainly in the bedroom. Now my daughter, her room is downstairs now. But we just had a flooding incident, so we actually getting that looked at. So she's upstairs, but I'm getting ready to turn her old room into my extra room. Is what I'm gonna
mhm.
do. But
Oh, wow.
so we still have some time that we're doing our own thing and then come together. Is how we do
So
it.
on the weekend, you guys at work as well?
Oh no, no, none of us work on. Well, for the business we do, right? So one of our businesses we have to work because it's 24 hours. One of the businesses. So there's one business that we do work on the weekend, so we have to do a lot of running around. Um, but
So do you
other
make
than
it a
that,
priority? Do you make it a
hmm,
priority to be together on the weekend? Do you make it a priority to have date night or something on the
nope.
weekend? No?
Mm-mm. So he brought that up. Because here's my thing, I think marriages go through ups and downs, and I think right now we are in a spot where we're like, well, he brought it up. Well, we probably need to start going out like once a week, or maybe well, he said once a week or something, like every other week or something like that. And I said, yeah, but girl, we ain't did nothing towards it. So
Put it he's saying put in
we
a
do
relationship.
need to find some time, but we really have a lot going on because we have multiple businesses, so it's a lot that goes on in our day-to-day life. And here's the weird part. You're gonna be like, girl, that don't even make any sense. I don't like that we have to make the time. I want it to be natural. But I get that when people say, well, look, you've got to set a certain date, right? Like, I'm sorry, day. Like, I've heard married couples say, pick one day out of the week and make that yours. And I'm like, the spontaneity will be gone. I would prefer if, one of us just wake up and say, hey, let's go do this. I like stuff like that. But if it's like every week, the same day, it's going to drive me insane because I'm a person who likes change, right? I
Right.
love to switch stuff up. So I can tell you, yeah, he said it. And I haven't made any moves towards it because it would drive me crazy. If I just have a set date and I know, I almost feel like there's no thought into it. And it could be I'm receiving it wrong, but I would prefer, I say one day, ooh, babe, hey, wake up in the morning at 8, let's get started. We just gonna go out and blah, blah, blah. I like stuff like that,
Yeah, but
and if he said it as well. But that still would take some initiation even on my part,
alright. That's I would say because if you have multiple businesses, you can't just get up and say, "Let's go be spontaneous and just go and do whatever," because
Oh,
you
we
have
can. Mhm.
you can? Mhm,
Yeah, we
okay.
can.
They are
Yep.
travelable businesses. Mhm.
Uh-huh. Yep. So, no,
And
we can still do that.
I
Hmm.
think that's something I think that's a good dynamic for a relationship where you could travel your business can travel, and it's not
Absolutely.
one set place.
Yep. And that's what we had in mind in the selection process, right? Of choosing what business you want to have because you don't want it to tie you down, especially he has a job. But the great part is he could just say he's going on leave. He don't really have to ask permission, right? He could just say, "Hey, I'm going to take leave these dates, blah," and that's it. And I was blessed like that too. I have to say, um, I think the only time I ever had to ask permission per se was in the military. Outside of the military, I never worked anywhere where I really had to ask. I just told them when I was taking leave. Hey, I'm going to take leave on this day. This is what I got going on. That was that, right? So
Yeah,
I was
right.
blessed in that sense because I understand everyone doesn't have that opportunity. They really got to tie it in with other people in the
Yeah.
workplace to make sure that somebody can cover down, that kind of stuff. So I thank God I never did had to experience that outside of the military. Um, and he doesn't either. So really, we say we want to go somewhere, we just do it, you know.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
that helped the relationship as well.
I think
It
freedom
helped
does. Yeah. Hmm.
right. Freedom helps, freedom to, work and strive to be successful and also able to go when you please.
Right. Yeah.
And if we could have more of that, I think things would be better as well.
Well, I think there are stages to life, right?
Yeah.
So he's getting it earlier than me because of his brain has always been like this. So, um, but you know me, I worked for years and just now coming into this role of, entrepreneur, having all this type of freedom. But I also think it goes into play. My children are older and I have
Mhm.
only one small one now. Cause we even was looking at one point of having it where wherever we go, he was going to go. Now you got to deal with
Mhm.
homeschooling, right? So we looked into all that stuff to just to make sure that we can live how we want to live. Um, and I'm okay with that because he introduced that thought, to me. That wasn't how I saw a family unit. It wasn't anything I was chasing. It was his dream, and I was okay with like, okay, well, let's go. That's how I came into agreeing upon this path that we're on right now. And it's challenging. It's challenging. And I think that's because we jumped into multiple at one time. I would not recommend that to anyone.
Mhm.
I would not, because being an
Yeah.
entrepreneur, it may sound good, but it's a beast. And so I'll say this, don't let anybody fool you into thinking it's a light path. You have to understand that there are stages in life. And so becoming an entrepreneur is like having children. You got to birth that thing and you got to raise it up.
You gotta
So,
let it.
yeah. So I definitely think um, it's easier if you don't have children yet. But if you do have children, it's not that it's not attainable. However, just understand there are going to be some challenges and you will get to the other side. So all you have to do is keep going, keep moving through it. That's what I would
And it
say to
would be
anybody.
much easier, and not really much easier, but it would be easier if your significant other or your mate were, you guys were on the same page and you could do businesses where you could be have freedom to live.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's another thing when you're selecting a significant other. I think you guys have to talk about dreams and goals and aspirations so that way you can ensure y'all will be on the same path, because if you're married to someone and oh my god, and they're not for that, it's not that you can't be married. It's going to be very challenging when you have a go-getter, someone is trying to do better for the family, and the other one is kind of like, nah, we're good on this end. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want us to do. And you hold another person back. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a lot. Yep.
those type of conversations should be had early on.
And that's a lot of things that's happening a lot. That's happening a lot, where one person wants to be an entrepreneur and the other one's like just want a 9 to 5. So it's happening a lot of bumping heads.
Mhm. Well, I think it's okay if one wants to be an entrepreneur and the other person wants to have a 9 to 5. I think that's fine. What I'm saying is don't stop the other person who wants to be an entrepreneur, right? Because there are instances where I know I've heard where, let's say, the husband wanted to relocate with the entrepreneurship thing. That's, hey, there's something we can do. This is where we need to get to. And the spouse was like, no, we need to stay right here. I don't want to relocate. Something like
Hmm.
that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because I'd be willing to make a sacrifice, honey. I always tell anyone a temporary sacrifice is great.
and that's what I mean by bumping head, because one person will have to make a sacrifice for the other person to
Mhm.
become successful as in being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, yeah. But it's okay if the other person do keep their 9 to 5 though. Shoot, just support your spouse. As
Yeah.
long as it's not something immoral. At least this my opinion. Um,
Hmm.
immoral, then it should be okay. To help them achieve their goals, whatever that is, right? At
even
least
if
that's
you
what I'm
don't
about.
agree with it, even if you don't agree with their goal.
Long as it's not immoral and it's yeah, because
Yes, I feel the same way.
okay, gotcha, yeah, So if you don't agree, you better get on that train.
Yeah, you have to. You even it's not your goal, but it's their
Yeah,
goal,
and they're still
and
an
it's
individual in that marriage.
right.
They are an
Hmm.
individual person that does not go away. Absolutely.
Never, but sometime it does because priorities are all mixed up. So sometimes it
What,
does
being an
go away.
individual?
Right, being your own individual. Yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, sometimes it does go away being your own individual because you're trying to be so much and you forget yourself or you lose yourself.
But
So
you're still an individual. I don't think being an individual goes away. I think um, what's the word? Tapping into it. Not you'll always be an individual. You're individual, so
but
that
yeah,
never goes away.
we
But
know that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's
Being
that's what I was saying though. I was saying you will
yeah,
always be an individual. So
right. We
um,
know you'll always be an individual, but being knowing yourself or seeing where you would end up because you lose yourself being that individual yourself. You lose yourself sometime helping others get where they need to be or being there so much for other people or doing so much you lose yourself. So that's I guess I was saying the wrong word as being individual.
no, you were saying it right. I was just saying
Hmm.
that I think spouse is just. I was talking more so of like you about your spouse. You need to remember that they are an individual. That's what I was more
Hmm.
so
They
going
are, yeah.
in that direction.
Hmm.
Yeah, always remember that. So when they had goals and aspirations, like when you were saying, yeah, support them because that's when I was saying because they are an individual that never goes away. So let the person again, but I say long as it's not something that's harming your family or the world,
Hmm.
right? Because this is God's kingdom. So if it's not something that's causing harm, you should be all for it.
And that's right. And
Even
that
if it's
goes
a
with
temporary
being married.
sacrifice. Hmm?
Yeah, that's for being married or being single. If you're with a mate single, and you have to be there for that person. Go if you're in a relationship,
Yeah.
they have to be there for you. That's how you grow. That's how you know if you want to be there for that person.
Hmm.
You
Absolutely.
want to accept that life. You have to go through those challenges. Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like, what are we going to talk about today? Because we talk about, but just talking and it just lead to certain things. And
Yeah.
I know we said a lot of positive things tonight. Even your family, just looking at you and how your family is moving, that's positive because someone may see that or hear that and say, "Hey, he's sitting there listening to her on the podcast, and he want to put his input." You know that.
Yeah. Trying to slide in. I'm like,
You know
gone,
what I'm
Cletus.
saying?
Look, we ain't
Yeah.
invited you to the table yet.
Okay. To the computer table yet?
Wait until you get your invite. And girl, when he come on here, he probably gonna talk that ish. No,
You think he
we
will?
are
You think
so
he?
opposite. I love it, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You opposites attract.
Yeah. That's what they say,
Yeah,
honey.
and they
Hmm.
attract, and the right opposite does attract. They stand.
I'm just giggling, but I was shocked when he sat here for a minute. I was like, oh, because normally be like, okay, we're gonna
Yeah,
bring you in the room and let you do your thing. But yeah, he was so weird. I think because I talked about his butt. Was it the day
yeah,
before yesterday?
and he's right there. I love.
And he went up them stairs. I said, I'll be
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be throwing
Give
a
him
little
a
sly
hand
comment in
clap.
here about you.
Give him a hand clap. Yay for the husband.
He don't get no hand clap. He ain't do that.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. You can't even say that.
I know one thing. That joker on my bike. He ain't came back yet, and I got to get my second ride in. I rode this morning
So
for
did
45
so
minutes.
so you enjoyed it last night riding the bike?
Yes, I did, and I'm about to go out there now and do it again. This one. This evening, I'm gonna do an hour. So I did 45 minutes this morning on our bike trail that we have in the community. And now I'm gonna go out and do an hour. Well, if you come back in time with my bike, jeez. But alrighty,
And that
honey,
you
it is
know what?
8:30. Oh, go
Yes.
ahead.
It's like I was just gonna say on the on getting the word today, and the word was saying, God said he want us to prosper as our souls prosper, as our health and our health prospers, and you keeping that health prospering, girl.
Absolutely. You too.
So,
Don't just try to play
yes,
it like it's just
I
me.
am,
Let's
I am,
go. You
I
on your
am,
big
baby.
health kick.
Yes, yes. Keep that health prospering, that soul prospering. So yeah. So we just thank everybody for joining us tonight. Hope for you to join in with us tomorrow.
Yep, as we continue our 30-day challenge for 30 minutes. I'll tell you guys, Kim is making this hard for me, this 30 minutes, because I'm thinking we should up our podcast to an hour because our
No,
conversations end up being cut
no,
so short.
yeah, it goes
But
by
it's it's
quickly.
no, this is after the 30-day challenge. When we go back into our
Yeah,
Tuesdays and Thursdays, we
yeah,
may end
yeah,
up doing a little bit longer because our
yeah,
conversations do get juicy and it get cut off and we don't
yeah,
pick back up.
yep, yep.
Yeah. But anyway, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it because my boss like to stick to the 30 minutes and
We're 1 minute over.
yep, see that we're over. Anyway, we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.
Have a good night.